Hello everyone, welcome back to Dugout Daily. I'm Charlie and today we have another video. This time we are previewing the match where FA Cup holders Manchester City commenced the defence of our title on Sunday afternoon when Championship strugglers Huddersfield travelled to the Etihad Stadium for a third round tie. Before we get going, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Dugout Daily, the football channel, hit the Apex the F1 channel and at MCFC Hibs on Twitter. We'll get going then, and Pep Guardiola's men begin our latest quest for domestic glory on the back of a 4-game winning streak, while the Terriers have lost their last 2 in the second tier. The sunshine beamed down on the Wembley soil as Manchester City ended a 4-year drought without FA Cup glory on June the 3rd, where 2 strikes from Barcelona-bound Ilkay Gundogan saw the citizens complete the second part of our terrific treble. Since downing bitter adversaries Manchester United to clinch FA Cup title number 7, the citizens have added European and international accolades to our trophy case in the shape of the Champions League, Super Cup and Club World Cup, and the Ahifurto faltering Premier League title charge is now firmly back on track too. On the back of conquering the world in Saudi Arabia, Guardiola's charges have taken 6 points from a possible 6 in fixtures with Everton and Sheffield United, easing to a 2-0 victory over the basement-dwelling Blades last weekend, thanks to Rodri and Julian Alvarez goals. The reigning Premier League champions still have a 5-point gap to make up to leaders Liverpool, although the Reds have played a game more than Manchester City, who welcome Huddersfield to town, having netted at least twice in each of our last 7 games in all competitions. Furthermore, each of Northern Manchester City last 11 FA Cup home matches have ended in victory since we were stunned 2-0 by Middlesbrough in the 4th round in 2015, and Citizens fans have to go back to the 2011-12 season for the last time our side were dumped out in the 3rd round, although we were the defending champions that year too. The more superstitious Huddersfield supporters may therefore possess a shred of optimism when the fact is taken into account, but the vast majority of the Terriers faithful will certainly be making the short trip across the northwest in unfounded hope rather than expectation. The new year has not breathed a new sense of life into Darren Moore's Chargers, who won just one of their 7 fixtures in December and kicked off January with the most difficult championship fixture possible on Monday, a trip to title favourites Leicester. A scrappy goal from captain Michael Hellick was in vain at the King Power Stadium as Leicester rode to a 4-1 win on New Year's Day, that inching ever closer to a return to the Premier League while plunging erstwhile top-flight club Huddersfield ever closer to the trapdoor. Moore's men are in 21st with just a 3-point buffer to Sheffield Wednesday. It's been 102 years since Huddersfield won their first and only FA Cup honour to date, but the Terriers have failed to make similar waves in the competition in recent times, suffering 3rd round exits in 4 of the last 5 editions, and not since 1961 have they eliminated the holders from the tournament, sending Wolves packing that year. Huddersfield avoided defeat at Manchester City's Etihad Fortress as recently as May 2018, holding Guardiola's men to a goalless draw on that occasion, but our 2 meetings in the 2018-19 Premier League season ended with the hosts doing the double over the Terriers by an aggregate score of 9-1. So the form of both these sides in all competitions in our last 6, starting with Manchester City, we've had a win and a draw and then 4 wins in a row. In Huddersfield's last 6 games in all competitions, they've had a loss, a draw, a loss, a win, and 2 defeats. Unlike many of our Premier League counterparts, Manchester City haven't been impacted by the impending African Cup of Nations and Asian Cup tournaments, and Jeremy Doku's also in contention to make his return from a muscular problem. However, Guardiola has been more pessimistic about the fitness of Erling Haaland with a foot injury, while John Stones is still out with an ankle problem, and Rodri won't be available due to the death of his grandmother. A virus has also been sweeping through the Etihad ranks in recent weeks, affecting all of Scott Carson, Matheus Nunes, Calvin Phillips, and Bernardo Silva, who has serious doubts for the third round tie. In contrast, Huddersfield must make do without 2 international representatives for a number of weeks, as Charles Ondo was summoned to represent Equatorial Guinea at AFCON, while Japan called up defender Yuta Nakayama for the Asian Cup. The Terriers are already in the midst of an injury crisis, which worsened when left-back Jaheim Headley suffered an ankle injury in a challenge from Leicester's Casadei on Monday evening, forcing him to call it a night in the first half. Oliver Turton with an ACL injury, Patrick Jones with a hamstring injury, Jonathan Hogg with discomfort, Keane Harrott with a hamstring injury, Josh Ruffles with a groin injury, Matty Pearson with a knock, Dan Ward with a leg injury, Chris Maxwell with a knock, and Delano Bergzorg with an ankle injury are also taking up beds in the overflowing Terriers treatment room. The visitors have captured 2 new players already this month, adding Chelsea-owned Alex Matos and Serbian striker Bojan Radulovic to their ranks, but the latter's still awaiting international clearance. So the predicted teams then, starting with Manchester City, I've gone with Ortega in goal, Walker, Diaz, Akanji and Gomez as a back four, with Lewis and Kovacic in midfield, Bob, Foden and Hamilton behind Alvarez in attack. And the predicted team for Huddersfield is Nichols in goal, Lees, Aina and Helic as a back three, with Kasumu, Radoni, Wiles, Diarra and Edmonds Green in a midfield 5, with Thomas and Karoma up top. Even with Haaland sidelined and Guardiola sure to make changes in abundance, keeping the scoreline down will be Huddersfield's overriding goal at the Etihad, where no surprises should be sprung on Sunday. With the Terriers struggling to perform and also heading to the European Champions turf with a lengthy absentee list, Manchester City's winning streak ought to continue as we should breeze into the 4th round. So I'm predicting this game will finish Manchester City 4, Huddersfield 0. So that is it for this video then. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Dugout Daily the Football channel, hit the Apex F1 channel and at MCFC Hips on Twitter. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching and we'll speak to you all soon. Take care and goodbye for now.